My name is Omowunmi Madojutimi. I'm 29 years old and I'm a survivor of a ruptured ovarian cyst, and this is my story. To me, I don't believe everything that you read online, because most of the stuff is not true. When you are on your cycle, every girl gets a cyst. Do not get pregnant. That's the only thing they'll warn you about. Not teaching us about sex. This one check can help you. I was very shocked that somebody that I know has went through the same. When I had the surgery, I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't know if I could have kids or anything. In 2016, I did have a life-threatening situation. I was about 21, 22 around that time, and I woke up one early morning just to use the bathroom and stuff like that, and I could not get up from the toilet. I was having like excruciating pain in my stomach area and stuff like that. So my mom had to call 911 and we went to the hospital. So in the hospital, they did an ultrasound and they found blood in my stomach. They found blood in my uterus, a lot of blood in my uterus. So I had to get a surgery that night. So I had an emergency surgery that night, which they determined that I had a ruptured ovarian cyst. So the ovaries every woman has 2 ovaries. So the ovaries carries the eggs for it to get fertilized by sperm. So the ovaries carry a whole bunch of eggs, millions of eggs, and every month women go through a cycle, a menstrual cycle. So you release eggs every month if it's not fertilized. So when you are on your cycle, every girl gets a cyst. So every cyst, it grows a little bit, probably that size. Then when your cycle's over, it disappears. But unfortunately for me, it kept growing and growing to the size of an orange that it ruptured at the end of the day. So maybe about 2-3 weeks before it ruptured, I was feeling very nauseated and I had a lot of bloating. So I was just thinking, routine cycle, you have your pre-symptoms of period, so I just thought it was my period. So I didn't think anything of it, but I was nauseated probably every other day, and I did not think anything of it. When everything happened to me, my mom, when she did not know what that was, she was a novice, so growing up in a Nigerian household, Nigerian parents always, as soon as you get your period, don't get pregnant. That's what they say, do not get pregnant. That's the only thing they will warn you about. Not teaching us about sex, not teaching about how to take care of ourselves, not trying to be comfortable with your child to prevent things that happen like this. So I did blame my mom at the beginning, but when I figured out that it's very common in Nigeria for this type of topic to not be talked about because it's too intimate. Every woman does get an ovarian cyst, but not everybody's ruptures. Before your cycle starts, a cyst grows on your ovary, and it'll be not too big. So after your period is over, it disappears, the cyst disappears. But sometimes the cyst can grow abnormally and it will have to be surgically removed before it ruptures. But not a lot of people do this because not a lot of people go to the doctor. Not a lot of people go get pap smears. Not a lot of people, just go get routine checks to make sure everything is good down there. So being in the hospital for a month, I had severe depression because I was just in a room all the time, always medicated. All I had to think about was a big scar on my abdomen. And, I lost a lot of weight. I lost about 40 pounds. And I didn't know I didn't know what was gonna happen because I was really kind of left in the dark. The doctor really just talked to my mom. So I just felt like, it wasn't a good experience, and, I was a really tough time for me. Oh, it was really tough. I would say PTSD. So I'm very, very cautious now. I do see my doctor about twice a year now, and just to get checks and stuff like that. My doctor knows me well, so we just try to watch my one ovary that I have. So we just try to make sure I have the routine checkups and stuff. When I had the surgery, I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't know if I could have kids or anything. But my doctor did reassure to me that I could, but I was just so nervous because I just know, it's not a topic that you like to bring up, when you're probably dating someone or anything like that. So it was hard. I don't really talk about it. That's why it's hard for me to even talk about it now and bring an awareness to it, because it's very, very intimate to me, because it's something that happened to me, so right now I do talk about it more, a lot of people are very, accepting of it, and, just, they try to, they always ask me, are you okay? After they, I tell them, but I am okay, but I'm happy now that I'm talking more about it, because there's people that do not know, and this can help younger women, to not go through what I went through. What my foundation is about is We Love Her. I picked the name We Love Her because we should be in love with our lady parts. We should cherish that part of our body, because that's how we bring life into this world. That's how things can change. So what I want to bring is that try to sponsor a couple girls to, get routine checkups, help with, sanitary pads, and, just try to educate them on how we can, prevent certain things from happening to them. Try to bring awareness to people that do not have the funds to even go to a doctor. One check can help you, things that happen, you don't know what's going on because you can't afford the hospital, you can't afford to see a doctor, can help somebody. So I really do want to do that. I don't only want to focus on ovarian cysts. It could be endometriosis, it could be ovarian cancer, it can be, HPV, it can be just different things, even just menstrual cycles, and if a girl maybe needs to talk, pregnancy and stuff like that. So I just want to bring awareness to that type of topic that's not talked about in the average African household. A pap smear costs about 3,500 to 7,000 naira. So it's pretty affordable, but not the average person, and could afford it. So, but that's what we're trying to, sponsor a couple girls to get these type of tests done. And we want to focus on more people that actually need the help. People that really are not that educated to know what's going on with their body. That you can't have any kids. That's the biggest one that I could think about. And it just really depends, because a cyst can either take one or both. And if they take both, of course you can. But if they take one, you could definitely still have children. You just have to be very careful with that one that you have. To me, I don't believe everything that you read online, because most of the stuff is not true. When I had the surgery in 2016, I told myself, I'm not telling nobody, no one's gonna know. I'm keeping this to myself, taking it to the grave, right? And a couple years go down, I had one friend that had something similar, and I never told her that I had it, I experienced something like that before. And luckily for her, they did catch it in time before it ruptured, right? So this was like 2019, I believe. And then when she told me that what she was going through, I kind of finally opened up to her, and I told her exactly what happened to me before. So with that happening, I was very shocked that somebody that I know has went through the same issue as well, so that's what kind of showed. I was like, okay, I think I need to start talking about something like this, because I didn't know it was that common or anything like that. So I think that was, to me, I feel like that was oh yeah, I need to start this. Also me researching as well, when I saw how common it is, when I see like videos of people going through this matter, that sometimes they take away both of their ovaries, and they have to be on medication because, their ovaries bring a certain type of thing that you need in your body. Some people can lose both of their ovaries, and when you lose both of your ovaries, you have to take like, injections and stuff, because your ovaries do produce estrogen, and you need estrogen to live. So, that's the main reason why I really was like, okay, I really need to do something. And I really wanted to target Africa, because I feel like, in other countries in the world, they're a little bit more exposed to it. And whereas Africans, or specifically Nigerians, we're not really, familiar with that type of topic. I really want to start it in Lagos and Abuja first, because they're the most popular cities in Nigeria. So I want to start with them first, then move on to, different states, Delta State, Ogun State, Osun, stuff like that. So that's what I really want to do.